Today I want to teach you how to make a basic notan. A notan is the Japanese kind of symbol of balance, lightness and darkness. And so when we make a notan, what we're doing is we're cutting into a piece of paper. And I like to use colored paper for this. So I've grabbed out a blue square of paper. It's important that you have a square of paper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into my paper. When I cut into my paper, I want to cut into and come out from the same side. And so sometimes it's helpful to me if I lay out my initial cuts first. So maybe on this side, I'll cut in a really just basic shape. And then on this next side, maybe I'll get a little bit more complicated. Maybe I want to cut out a shape or design that's a little bit wilder and a little bit crazier. Remember that whatever I draw here, I'm going to need to cut. So it is really important that I draw lines that I know I can cut. Don't try to cut something, or don't draw something so crazy you can't cut it out. It is totally fine if you have more than one cut into a side. It just matters that each cut starts and ends on the same side of the paper. Sometimes with a notan, we would tell students not to cross the middle line, which you can see I've done with this drawing on this one. You can cross that middle line as long as you don't hit into your next cut. So now that I have my 4 crazy lines drawn, now I'm ready to start my cutting. So your first step is going to be to draw in the cuts that you're going to make. Make sure each drawing comes into and goes out of the same side of the paper. Once you get everything drawn, then you can go ahead and you can start in on your cuts, just like I'm doing now. Then come back to the next video as soon as you have your cuts